Rescue, Data and Repair, my name is Ben. Hello and welcome to the next video. And today I will show you how to use the old JCID flex cables with a JC V1S or SE or V1 with the latest software version. So be sure to look until the end. And you connect the DUT cable on it, the original. You get an error message like not able to identify this cable, please contact your seller for exchange. And now the magic starts. We just use this old cable and you see before the JC didn't want it to take that. Takes a short time and burning is complete, baby, boomy! Yeah, this one works. It works, and it just works. So I just tell you about the problems which occurred with the JC1V1SE with the programmers you can use for repairing the DUT projector, the FaceID function on an iPhone or on an iPad. In March this year, JC remembered that there were other companies on the market which were copying their flex cables. Okay, so they just used the same chip on the flex cable in March or April 2022, and so you could use a cheap copy flex cable with your V1S SE like ever and could write data for the Face ID on it and could use it. Okay, for that JC said, okay, we just upgrade the software version of our programmers. So if you connected the programmer to the PC, there was running an update, and after that you couldn't use anymore the old flex cables, which were physically totally okay and which came from JC directly to the customer. So I will demonstrate that for you. We just take this cable, has been bought on VIP Programmer on DIY phone fix, and it's 100% original. Okay, so if you start your programmer and we are on the actual firmware or software version 7.68 and you connect the DUT cable on it, the original, you get an error message like not able to identify this cable, please contact your seller for exchange. Okay, so what JC wants that we do is taking all these original flex cables and send them back to the supplier, and the supplier should give you the new version, and the new version has a other chip on it, so you can use the new version with the latest software version of the V1 programmer. So in our case, for example, it's like we have hundreds of these cables here, so we ordered them at December 2021, I would say this time, and we ordered enough cables for all the models. Okay, so we had them here, and I was using my V1SE with software version 4.7, and with 4.7 it was no problem to use these old cables. But then something happened. JC came over with a Wi-Fi upgrade kit for this machine. So we have several of these machines. So we just ordered this Wi-Fi extension kit at a friend, Mirko Tekolo, on Trade Mobile. It's a German company. So they were sending these extension kits. I added the extension kit to our another V1SE. And then you need to do an update to the latest software version, and you need to update the firmware. I will show this to you within this video. After that, you can't use anymore these old cables because I wanted to upgrade my old V1SE2. Bad luck for me, you can't use them cables anymore at all, and we have hundreds of them. So I have several options now. I can take all these cables and send them back to China. This takes money for shipping and it takes time for waiting because we have many devices which need Face ID repair and I can't do anything at all anymore. So, and that's really bad. So I just used my head to come to a solution for that, and I contacted the JC technical support and talked to them about the situation, and I told them that in this world there are many repair shops all over the world. They have this problem now, and we wanted to find a solution for them. And then they said, okay, Ben, you could do a video about that. I said, yes, I really can. And I want to give you a way that your V1SE works with latest software and latest firmware version with the old cables. So it's just like I give you a contact under this video on WhatsApp, and you just write a message to them, and you write them that you are using a V1, V1S, V1SE, like ever. You have the latest software version, you have original JC flex cable, and you can't write the data on the flexes anymore at all. And then they will do something I will show you here. So they just, you need to send them pictures of your original cables. You need to tell them where did you buy them cables, and they need the serial of your programmer. I will show you how to get that, not a problem. And then they will do something within 1 or 2 hours. It's really a fast thing. They give you free on the server, okay? So they add your serial on the server of the developers, and then you can connect your V1SE or your programmer to the JC repair software, and you can use the JC repair software to write the data on these cables. And that's fucking amazing, because you don't need to exchange these cables, you don't need to do anything. It's just like you can have the latest software version on the V1SE and you can write data on these cables, but you need to use the software. And in future you won't get them cables on the market anymore at all. There will be a new version with a new chip, and then you can use standalone the programmer again. Okay, so in this video we will do one time the Wi-Fi upgrade, then I show you how to do the software update, how to do the firmware update, and then I will show you how to get the serial of the programmer and how to contact JC and write data on these old cables. Not a problem at all. We start with the Wi-Fi upgrade, okay? So you need just to open the device on the back side. Here I have a battery in, so you can add a battery to that machine, like you know. So iPhone 6 battery, and you can use it standalone. So you just need to open up the screws, and what I will show you is here you go to jcprogrammer.com, and there are tutorials for upgrading the V1SE for Wi-Fi. Okay, so we use that tutorial to just upgrading the device to Wi-Fi. So you need to use your fingers or a spatula to get in here. So it's really done fast. And after that, the device is open on the backside. I glued the battery down here on this programmer, so it will stay there, but I just lifted it up so it has no power. Okay, so disconnect the board, and then you can take out the PCB. Okay, here we have the screen, so we need to disconnect the screen. So like this, and then get out the flex cable. Here we have the LCD screen. And now it's like we have to see how that works with the tutorial of JC. Okay, so they tell you how to disassemble that, and then you see what you need to do to get Wi-Fi running on this device. So you can do all the updates in future by just using the Wi-Fi function, and don't need to use the JC repair software suite to doing this up. So we just go under the microscope, and then we will have a look together. So like you see at this place, we need to do a jumper like it's in the tutorial. So we need to use a little bit of flux here, and then we can just set a little bit of solder to them pads. So add some solder to them pads. Just have to low down my solder iron temperature to just get a better connection between these both pads. Okay, bridged. You see? Oh, I go down a little bit more to just get a better connection. It's like if you want to pair two pads together, you need to go down with the soldering temperature just a little bit, okay? Okay, bridged. Let's have a look what do we need to do then, okay? So we have there are two versions. We have the version 1, there is a version 2, so you can see that in the instruction in the tutorial. So now we go to the next site and we do the next step. Okay, cut off the screen foam to the same level with the crystal oscillator. Yeah, we will do that. So here we have some foam and we have to cut that. Okay. We just do it like the instruction tells us how we should do that. Then we have the Wi-Fi extension kit here. And there is a Wi-Fi antenna with a wire. And we have a piece of PCB. And we need to use that here with a little bit of glue. That works pretty fine. So we just cut one time here, one time here, and one time here. And then we should have a little piece of glue tape. And we get that to the back side of this Wi-Fi board. And then we glue it down to the PCB under the microscope. So have a look that it just looks like, have a look that it looks like that. So great, okay. Let us set this here. So the next point is we need to jump wires. So have a look which version you have. If you have the version 1, like we have, we need to set these jumpers here. So we need to add some flux here and get down some solder. We go up again with our temperature for the solder iron. And we activate our dust absorber just for our health. Great. Now we just need another tip. And we need some cable. And we have that here. Okay. This is isolated jumper wire. So we cut that like we need it. We go straight under the microscope and I just turn that so it's easier to do. Okay, one time. And let's have a look where this wire needs to be connected to. It's V and it needs to be connected to B, to point B. So where we have point B is this one here. So we will connect this here. What do you think, Tim? Will this work?
I think you're genius.
Oh, I'm not genius because this cable was cracking, but not a problem at all. We just cut another one. Get this down. Okay, and then we need to connect to B. point B. Okay, looks good. We just add a little bit of flux. Come here, baby. A little bit of flux, and we take a little bit of solder. Yeah, and we add this here. Nice. Okay, then we need to cut that wire. It's like back in the days as I was repairing PlayStations and soldering chips down in the PlayStations. I was about 15 and I was chipping PlayStation 1 so you could use it with burnt games, burnt CD-ROMs with games, and that was like feels exactly like this. So you didn't need to use a microscope. It was with a lens. So not a problem. Now we go to get point G, like me. G like me. Okay. So we need to get down here. And what G needs to be connected to A. And A is that cap here. Let me have a look where we are. Okay, A is that cap here. See that cap A? So we add a little bit of flux and a little bit of solder again. Yeah, okay, pretty good. Then we cut the wire. Then we cut the wire. Now we go on to the chip. Do you see this chip here? This MediaTek chip? This chip has pins, okay? And we have here pin 1, pin 2, it's not connected, pin 3, pin 4, pin 5, pin 6, and so on. We connect pin 1, or we bridge pin 1 with pin 2, and pin 4 with pin, or pin 5 with pin 6, as I remember, I think, okay? So yes, oh no, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 needs to be connected with a wire to these, or we're at version 1, like I think. Right wire jump here, wrong pin out of wire chip, right wire chip. Okay, here we have it. We need to connect pin 3 and 4 and pin 5 and 6, and need connect these pins. Here I show to you. So we need to connect these pins to some caps here, not some caps on this here. So not a problem at all. We start by just connecting the pads together. We add some flux here. So 3, 4 and 5, 6. So 3, 4 and 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 3 and 4. And we low down the soldering temperature again a little bit, just to bridge them pads in the right way. So, and now I just added some solder on, and now we just take a wire. Okay, isolated wire again, so they can connect to each other without getting a short. So let us see here. Where's my wire? My wire should be here. Yes, okay. So I cut it. One time here in the middle. And then we have Then we have 3 and 4. Tim, can you see everything on the microscope on the screen? Just get up the soldering temperature higher. Okay. Okay. This is good. Now the next one we do in a minute. Now we need to connect this first cable, the number 1, to the first capacitor here on the board. Okay, fine. Number 1 connected. Now we just need to do the same thing with the next jumper. Do I have a second tweezers here? No, not a problem. Then I just do it like that. Okay. I will cut it later. Now we go here. So I cut it one time. Let me take them out here. Okay. And again, fixed it. Okay. And we need to connect up to here. So, okay. Next wire connected. Cut here. Okay, use a clean room wipe. Okay, now we see what we did here. So we connected G and V to this cap and this resistor, and we connected these both to pin 3 and 4 and to pin 5 and 6. Okay, what's the next step, JC? As I remember, it's connecting the Wi-Fi antenna, I think, or not? Yeah. So we need to take the housing, and then we need to get down the Wi-Fi antenna, and we need to glue it down to the housing. Okay. So let us have a look how it should look like here at this area. And we need to get it down here. Okay, that looks pretty okay, pretty good. So, and now we need to get this down to the connector here. Yeah, just let me see. Okay, good. We connect this antenna wire down to the PCB, to the connector on the PCB. Okay, and then we need to think about, yeah, okay, turn it a little bit, turn it a little bit. Okay, let us see how they did it in the tutorial. I know in my head, but I want to show it to you. So We can use a little bit of tape here. What? Here we have a little bit of glue tape. So, and then we get the glue down here and get the antenna directly under the screen. Okay, and now we just reconnect the screen in this case. And you see, we really do that in a smooth way here for you. Come on, open up the... Need to do it like that. Okay. Now we get the cable in here again. Yeah, like this. And we close the clamps. And then we can just mount this one back here. So. Okay, we have mounted down, and now we can just get it back together. Okay, so here we can see, yeah, just have a look how to assemble it again. Then you need to use a screwdriver. Like this, all the 4 screws in. Connect the battery after. Connect the battery after. Close the housing like this. Or not. Don't you want to come? Oh, it wants. Okay. Good. And then we can add again our board here. We can boot it up. We are on the latest software 7.6.8 here. But I show now to you what you need to do after this Wi-Fi update. You need to start your JCID repair system software, and then you just connect your programmer to the software. It takes a short time, and then you here can see the device serial number. This is the serial number you need to note down, because we need to contact JC to get the serial free on the server, so you can write again your old data on your old cables. So if you now are not on the latest version 7.6.8, the system will perform an auto update. So you just connect this one to the JC software, you click on repair fitting, and the update will go down to the device. Okay, so then you need to do a firmware update, and for that you just need to go to the JC website. You go to the download center, and on point 2 you see the V1SE Wi-Fi USB flash disk upgrade. You download this. I got it here, and it's a zip file. You just open up the zip file and you unpack the complete directory, not the files, the directory, directly to a USB stick. I already did that, so I got a directory here with the data in. And then you connect your V1SE to 5-volt USB and turn it off. Then get in the USB stick on the top and boot up the device. Just start it. We get down the board here, and then you can go on the top here to settings. If you have an old software version on it, it's different, but you do the software update first, then to settings, and then you can go software version upgrade, and then you can click on firmware upgrade. So you have two options on the bottom of the screen, one time sys upgrade and one time FW upgrade. If you click FW upgrade, your programmer needs to be connected to 5-volt USB power, and then the upgrade from the USB flash drive will perform. I already did this here. So, and after you did that, you can activate the Wi-Fi function in your programmer. So you need to go back to the JC software, and then you have here the V1SE Wi-Fi setting. And there you can just type in the Wi-Fi network name and the password of your Wi-Fi network. So if you do this, you confirm, and the software is sending the Wi-Fi settings directly to your programmer, and then you can use your programmer in your Wi-Fi. Okay, so you see the Wi-Fi logo on the top of the screen, and you are now connected to Wi-Fi with your programmer. And that's fucking amazing, because you have a V1SE and you can use the V1SE with Wi-Fi now. You can do all the software upgrades like ever directly from your programmer. And now we just come to the point how I can use the old dot projector cables with the latest version on the V1SE, and that's a really nice point. So I give you a contact for JC for WhatsApp under the video. You contact them, you send them pictures of your V1SE, pictures of your dot projector cables, you tell them where you bought them, and you write the serial of your programmer, and you write, please could you get the serial of my programmer free on your developer server. And then they will answer within a really short time, and then you can do the following. You just go to the to connect. So you connect your V1SE, then you click on connect here, and then you connect the FaceID. It's an XS Max in this case, and now you can click on local backup. Okay, so it takes a short time, and you can back up the data from the roaming IC on this FaceID directly to your PC. You save that, and now the magic starts. We just use this old cable, and you see before the JC didn't want it to take that. Then you just connect that here, and then you can do right from PC. You take the FaceID file which you backed up, and then writing to file, please wait. Takes a short time. And burning is complete, baby! Boomy! Yeah, this one works. It works, and it just works. Thanks, JC, for giving me the opportunity to do this. Yeah, and but I want to show you something. If you click here now on quit online, the message comes again. So it's only for using with the JC repair software, and JC needs to free your serial of the programmer to do that shit. Okay? I hope this video helps you. Thanks a lot for watching, and goodbye.